A chilly, foggy day in Lacrosse, Wisconsin. Hello, friends and fellow travelers. It's Brandon. And Ash and the baby are with me today. Today we're going to get to Lacrosse and explore Lacrosse finally. We're going to start at Grandad Bluff, where we are today. So join us as we begin our exploration of another area in Bluff Country. Starting our walk at Grandad Bluff. Friends, it's snowy still, but it's melting. But it's melting just in time for us to get another winter storm. It's upper 30s today. The high is supposed to be 42 here in Lacrosse. Here's your first view off to the side. Grandad Bluff is a overlook that is 500 feet above the town of Lacrosse, and you can see Minnesota, Wisconsin, and on a clear day Iowa also. But today it's not a clear day, so our first little spot on this Lacrosse video. Little information about Ellen Pennell Hickson, the conservator of Grandad Bluff, the making of a park, and a nice little pavilion here. Fireplace, cool spot. A little windy up here, as you can imagine. And it is foggy. But down below us, the city of Lacrosse. It's a very cool sight. Grandad Bluff. Put a huge Christmas tree up there. We've got some of the little binoculars that you have to pay for. But this will be the first of a few stops we make today. I have a couple different places I'd like to see. And we'll see how Ash feels about those. But wow, even with the fog, it kind of accentuates it a little bit. I'm gonna walk down here and get a different viewpoint. Of the largest city that is on Wisconsin's western border. A population of, well, the sign said 52,000, online was different, but the sign said 52,680 or something, around that ballpark. So a decent sized city. Quarrying the Bluffs of Lacrosse. Some illustrative signs. The driftless area of Wisconsin, as we've shared with you a lot of times, and we'll continue to show you more of this area as we explore it. Lacrosse, a choice town. Lacrosse, friends, was settled in 1841, but not incorporated until 1856, and that was an 18-year-old fur trader at the time. 18, crazy. Nathan Myrick was the technical founder of the city of Lacrosse. What a view, even with the fog. Look at this. There's Ash. Now it's windy up here for sure. Wow, beautiful area. What do you think, dear? One of the I was looking at a hiking website and said that this was ranked as the #1 view on a trail in Wisconsin. The bridge way over there, you can probably hardly see it, if you can at all on camera, back to Minnesota. We haven't been this far south yet in the Driftless area. But wow. Fall colors if you were here, holy. Very short walk from the parking lot, all paved, and even at this time of the year, no snow on it, as it's been warmer than normal. So very accessible to get at least to that top overlook. And a very quick little stop and we'll be on to the next spot. Probably a little cooler up here than it is down in town. But it is supposed to get up to 40 today, so that'll be interesting. Or overlook that way through the fence. People don't jump down. Porta potty if you need that. But it's all paved, cool little spot. Got a few of these today for you from Lacrosse. Maybe not as high of a perspective, but a few little stops coming up. Okay friends, we are in downtown Lacrosse now. Just paid to park. It was only $2.43 for 2 hours, so I mean, reasonable. Ash is getting Charlotte in the stroller here. We decided we're gonna go eat at the Crosse and then continue our exploring. The Crosse is like a bar food type place. It's supposed to have an interesting take on bar food, so we're gonna go see what the Crosse has to offer, and we'll let you know how it goes. And then we'll be back to exploring. Seated at our table, I went with the Three Sheeps Rebel Kent Amber Ale from Sheboygan. Trying the buffalo chicken dip for our appetizer. Charlotte's already getting mad. Pretty good though. The final product of my Baja Chipotle and Ash's wings. Ash is always doing the wings. She's got the baby over there. But looks good. It's been a good experience so far. Alright friends, back here in downtown Lacrosse. All in all, as Ash would tell you, the food, really mid. Really middle of the pack. The best part of that was definitely our buffalo chicken dip appetizer that we had. You know, I had this buffalo, or this Baja Chipotle, kind of, it was said it was a wrap. It wasn't, definitely not a wrap. It was
a sandwich.
Okay. Ash was, what'd you think, dear? She got the wings, she was
My
not.
wings were the size of a quarter.
Yeah. So.
And they were 2 out of 10.
So she was not a big fan. So maybe we just ordered the wrong thing on the wrong day, but buffalo chicken dip there was all right. And now we walk around downtown Lacrosse. We'll hit the Riverside Park also. But a cool ambiance in this older Wisconsin city. Older buildings. Duluth Trading. Store closing. Duluth Trading Company.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we both like that store. That'll get us in trouble if we go in there, but it's definitely an older vibe.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, mosquito.
Deaf Ear Records. Love the architecture in this town though, it's older. Definitely has that older feel to it. But you know that the top comment on that restaurant that we ate at was that it was the best food in all of Lacrosse, so I had
water in all of Lacrosse.
I had high hopes, but I don't know. We don't usually judge E.T. We usually don't judge our restaurants based off of one encounter, but I don't know. So continuing on. Pretty cool find right here. Bodega Brew Pub. All the old bottles there. Looking back at downtown. Cool buildings though. So Riverfront Park is going to be down this way more. Grand River Station. Cool building also. But that Grandad Bluff was definitely worth a trip today for sure. Grand River Station. Enterprise. Engineers, architects. Yeah, soup and sandwich shop. Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to eat when we were sitting at Grandad Bluff looking up what to eat in Lacrosse, and came across the Crosse because of its high ratings. And I see that's a bus depot of some kind. And we really just weren't all that thrilled about it. Again, we parked down here in this parking ramp, kind of close to the restaurant that we ate at, and it was really inexpensive for 2 hours. I mean, $2 and some change. I mean, not bad at all. So continue on here in downtown Lacrosse. Back at another one of the top 5 places in Lacrosse to visit, the Doll Auto Museum from 1911. We're gonna go in, but $5 for adults. Kids under 12 are free. So we're gonna head in here and take a look around, and then we'll head to Riverside Park in a little bit. Baby Char's all snuggled up in her car seat. But we'll go in and take a look. It closes at 4, it's about 2, so we got a little bit. Inside the actual Doll Auto Museum here, we see a lot of Fords, like the Mustang here. So this auto museum altogether has about 58 cars in it, ranging in from early time Model Ts to basically modern day vehicles that you see now. I really enjoyed this one here. You'll even see some old-timey gas pumps in the background, but we really had a great time here. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing that we actually found this location. She's pointing out the Wally's Jeep here to me. Really a vehicle that I admired. And then funny enough, the Model T Speedster here, 45 mile per hour, 40 to 45 mile per hour top speed. You know, we were joking. That's fast enough for me. But yes, Doll, their family history through 5 generations of having this car dealership, and they even have the Subaru dealership, you know, right next to this museum. So the Doll family has been a big part of Lacrosse for a long time. Really, this Wally's Jeep was one of the things that caught my eye here. Just, I mean, they even have still the old rifles, and then, of course, the beautiful Thunderbird that they have here, another vehicle that just classic. One of Ash's favorites, the Model T Roadster, the Runabout Roadster. Another one that, I mean, they had such a collection of Model Ts here. It was really interesting to see. But again, you know, largely Fords in this location, but there were some outliers. I mean, there were a few cars that weren't Ford. Of course, during our stay here, they were playing music that I couldn't use in the video the whole time. So here we have a Chrysler CP8, one of the cars that we really enjoyed, and then another Saxon Roadster over here from 1914. So, I mean, again, lots of different generations of cars and body styles, and, like over on the wall, you'll see here in just a minute, they have information from every single decade. I mean, they go, and here's a Subaru here. I mean, like I said, they have a Subaru dealership right next to this museum. This apparently was the actual old family car, the Ford Model T Depot hack from 1923. There was something that Ash pointed out to me about this was actually owned by the family back in the day and used as a family vehicle. So we'll touch on that. But, I mean, look at the interior of the vehicle. I'd have to have a refresher on an automatic if I was going to drive a vehicle, of that style. The old gas pumps, I mean, there's just so much to love, and it's a small place. There weren't truly that many people here. We never felt pressured. We had a great time here. So it was just an all-around great experience. Another one that Ash really liked here, the old Buick from 1930, the Country Club Coupe. It's a Model 64C, and interestingly enough, they have a photo album that I'll show you here in just a second about the whole restoration story of this vehicle. So very cool stuff here. The entire restoration story of this vehicle. I mean, the pictures of the entire process just being recorded. Truly a great piece of information to the whole story of this Dahl Auto Museum. And if you wouldn't go back behind this coupe right here, you probably wouldn't even know it existed. So, honestly wasn't even going to go behind it, but something was saying, go back there and take a look. So I go back there, and this is just sitting on the actual trunk. And, I mean, just a great find. So, the Dahl Motors free parts delivery truck over there. So here is the area where we talk about the information throughout the decades. So this has, average yearly income, the U.S. presidents, the price of a gallon of gas, 10 cents, the price of a loaf of bread, and it goes through all of the decades from 1900 all the way up until they didn't have the 2020s yet, but the 2010s. I mean, 1910s here. And information about each of the cars that they have in their repertoire here at the museum. So a very well laid out museum, in our opinion. Lots of information in a very small area. It's not a huge museum. I mean, it's probably an old car dealership, honestly. It looks like an old showroom floor. But the vibe is great here. I mean, but like I said, not very many people. We never felt unwelcomed. They had no issue with recording or anything, so that was great also. So great area for us. 1911, another Model T. It's the mother-in-law version, so it's got that gold color. Look at that old that old lantern on the side of it. And then here, back on this wall, some more information about Dahl Motors. And this is also mixing the Dahl motor vibe with some information about old Fords. So they do a good job to kind of talk about different periods of history here, like the war effort. Ultimately, lots of history that you can see both in the car bodies, but also on the walls here as well. So, I mean, they had their own baseball team in the 50s. So, I mean, running the service shop. Just lots of information about the family. The last Model T in 1927 rolled off the production line in Highland Park in Detroit. So, I mean, lots of historical information here. Pause, of course, if you're still interested in that. This is the one that really caught my eye. One of my favorites for sure. I was trying to get in and take this one home, quite honestly. We were joking here about this Thunderbird, about Waylon loving the pink one, and he would have really enjoyed it. Would have been his favorite piece of the whole museum. I mean, they had historical stuff even packed into like this DeKalb information here. They had relics packed into the cabinets on the walls. Like, this place is just jam packed with information and just historical artifacts, car body parts, just all over the place here. So what a great time we had here. I think that totally it's worth a visit. Back over here again, we're kind of on our way out at this point, looking at the last couple car bodies as we head out. I like this interior, but I don't know about the red being the interior on the red body. So 1966 Ford Fairlane. But lots of different car generations here. An Oldsmobile Cutlass from 70. I think this, Bob's always in here. This is a favorite of Bob's, I'm pretty sure. Talking about cars with him in the past. He likes his old Oldsmobiles. But back over here to the history section, the 50th anniversary of Dahl Ford. They have a 100th anniversary back from 2011, as this place opened in 1911. The Dahl family's been in the automobile industry since 1911. So they had their centennial back in 2011, which is now almost 15 years ago to the day, right? Pretty close. So more information about the Dahl family and Ford throughout the years, all the way up into their 100th anniversary. 3 Dahl generations pictured there. Definitely a cool experience here at the Dahl Auto Museum. Ash and I both really enjoyed that. I mean, it was $10. It was a quick little walkthrough, but we really enjoyed it. And they even own the Subaru dealership that's right here next to us. So really cool. Nice little experience. I think it said there were 58 cars in there. It definitely makes me want to start going to some more auto museums on our travels. But a cool little find here in downtown Lacrosse. The Blue Bridge is over there that we'll see from Riverside Park soon. Again, 2-hour parking right in front of this building. More than enough. Well, more than enough time to go here. But Riverfront Park might be next year, I'm starting to think. As you can see through the windows, kind of, some of the vehicles here that we were just gandering at. Some cool old gas pumps. Again, very inexpensive. So children 9 and up, $3. Seniors, $4. And then adults, $5. So, cool experience. I definitely recommend it. Now we'll be on to the next adventure here. Back in downtown Lacrosse at the Rotary Lights, which is Riverside Park, actually. But they have it all done up for Christmas. Of course, we're here a little early for this.
Yeah,
It's only 2:30 in the afternoon. It starts at 5, but I really wanted to walk around Riverside Park, so here we are. Lots and lots of Christmas lights and displays, and it would be really cool to see it at night. It even said something about an ice rink, so that's cool. Fun fact, the Friendship Gardens that I have mentioned before in past videos, way over on the other side. So the Friendship Gardens are also here. Walking over towards the riverfront. The Mississippi River joins the Black River at Lacrosse. I should say the Black River joins the Mississippi River. Yeah. It's a beautiful area though. I mean, we've had a good time today in Lacrosse. I think Ash has even enjoyed it. The Radisson right over there, offering sprawling views of the bridge and the local area, even with scenes of winter in the background. Coming back over here, slick, because all that's left from all the snow that they've already had is ice. Big sheet of ice rolling down the Mississippi right there. There's that well-known Lacrosse Bridge. Looking around, looking back up the river north. It's a cool little spot. Ash said, let's go this way. Looks reasonable. Looking back at all of what in a couple of hours is going to be all lights. It says the only exceptions are New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. Well, Christmas Eve is already past us. New Year's Eve is here next week. So she also saw the Pearl, which is an ice cream and candy shop that she really likes and has been to before. But now right up on the riverfront here, able to look around at the actual town itself. Really cool experience. Lacrosse Center. The park appears to go down a little bit further that way. Of course, Bluff's in the far distance down to the south of our location. But lots to do in Lacrosse for everybody. They have a nice children's museum here. We didn't get to that because, well, we only had the baby, so why would we go to the children's museum yet? Maybe with the other kids. And then there's the Shrine of Guadalupe, which beautiful architecture. I have seen. We haven't been down there. But with Grandad Bluff, we were close to it today. It's just another one of those beautiful spots in Lacrosse. And that location, a very religious spot. They have daily communion and all of that as well at the Shrine of Guadalupe. It's rather warm today compared to what we're used to. I mean, when we were up on top of Grandad Bluff, it was chilly. But compared to normal conditions for this time of the year, it's rather warm. I mean, it's probably almost 40, if not just at 40 degrees. I like these little icicle lights that they have here on the railing. Really cool. Really cool that they've done this park up so nicely for the holiday season. What do you think, dear? Yeah. She's liked this area. Yeah, it is nice today. It's been a town that I've wanted to visit for a while. We tried to get down here in the fall. You know, and in the life of traveling, it just kind of comes as it goes. I mean, you get to things when you get to things. Cool older building over there with the name Funk or Funky on it. But we'll show you some more of Riverside Park and what they have going on. Peering off down the river a bit, there's another bridge further down. We crossed the Mississippi as we actually came in today from Minnesota, which is a little odd. So we came in, I don't think we went across that bridge per se, but We did cross from Minnesota. Really cool eagle there. It's an interesting find. Be right back with you. I want to take a couple pictures. There's a closer one up with the eagle. Dedicated to all past, present, and future employees of Gateway Foods, Inc. Okay, interesting. There's a little pavilion there. Amphitheater. But I mean, they have like a Christmas village. They have the Santa. They have the sleigh right over there. They have the nativity information. I mean, nativity scene on the far side over there. It's a cool little park, and really nice to see that they do this for the holiday season. I'm really just truly surprised at the weather today. I know I keep saying it, but honestly, you can see all this here starting to melt, but ice. Better view down the river, perhaps.
Yeah, someone riding their bike and
Yeah. People out on bikes today. It's just, I mean, not normal for us. Of course, we're quite a bit south of where we live, but we're 2 hours away. But very comfortable for us. I mean, it can very easily be -20 at this time of the year up here. So the Lacrosse Bridge. Is it duck mating season, friends? Because
oh yeah,
there's one vocal one
He's
over there.
He's chasing her.
Oh man. We're gonna walk over here towards the Friendship Gardens. I just want to see what it looks like. I know obviously in the heart of winter it's not gonna be all
Holy, look at that
floral.
big one. Look how big that. That's a big one.
All the ducks out. The males and the females, they're ready.
Yeah, they're all together. It must be
mating season or something, friends.
They come in like
Friendship Gardens is right over here by this building. I just want to walk through it and see what it would look like, potentially. In a warmer climate.
cute. Oh, he's paddling his little feet.
Looking back out towards the bridge. All the ducks in
They're
the
like
background.
puffing themselves out. Weird.
There's an ice rink. No skating rink closed due to poor ice conditions, but you see up here in the north for our southern viewers and European viewers that
Oh, will you marry me?
they put rinks in the parks up here. Will you marry me? That'd be cool. Right in front of the ice rink in the winter time. Again, sorry we were here early and it's not all lit up, but still, there's an igloo there.
Early or late, you decide.
We always make things interesting with our arrivals and our destinations that we pick. Still, the bridge in the background, it's still cool, even with it not being lit up at this time of day. Friendship Gardens are over here that I want to just go peek at real quick. Nice condo building in the background or whatnot. And at night this whole park is drivable during the winter season. They close it down and you can drive it. I just stopped recording, friends, and then we start walking by all these cool trees, Christmas trees, with all of their sponsors on them, so this is interesting. I mean, and they go all the way down. The construction one is pretty cool. Fowler and Hammer, and it goes all the way down this first little section. I was just showing everybody the Christmas trees with all the sponsors. I'm guessing the sponsors themselves decorated all of these, but some of these are really cool. There's Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic, Associated Bank, and I mean it wraps all the way around to where we were just walking prior, so really cool display for their sponsors. And friends, the Friendship Garden is more of a frozen scene at this time of the year, but I told you I'd come over and we'd look at it. Chinese Garden. Garden celebrates the partnership between Luoyang and Lacrosse. If you're interested, be sure to pause and get some more information there. It's a cool little spot. Would definitely be nice to see when things are more in bloom. But I'm really pleasantly surprised with this visit to Lacrosse today and all that we've seen. And we didn't even get to the shrine today. I mean, I suppose we still could. Really cool Lacrosse cocktails and cream van right there. But a cool little Friendship Garden. And honestly, a really nice place for it here right next to Riverside Park. This is definitely a town I would come back to. I mean, definitely stay in. Again, if you're interested in some of these illustrative signs, be sure to pause and get that information if I don't hover over it long enough. It does say wedding venue, so I'm sure people have been married here in this park. But friends, this is definitely a town I would consider coming back to. This is really interesting. I mean, we have several state parks we want to look into, including Great River Bluffs on the Minnesota side, John A. Latch, Whitewater. There's several. I mean, and of course there's even more room to explore south of Lacrosse and going down towards Iowa. So lots of room for exploration. This goes right next to the river here. A cool spot. It's a nice little bridge over there. Cool little find here. Some folks over there, so I don't want to interrupt them. Peace. And Ash with the baby under the Peace Lacrosse. And this is really cool. What is... Okay. Cool architecture up there.
Yeah.
Looking out over the water. And friends, I haven't said it in this video today, but Ash and I would like to take the time to say a huge thank you to all of you for all of your support. Thank you, as we have just reached 950 subscribers now. We're so close to the big one. So close to that big 1,000. And, you know, that's huge for any channel. So again, we appreciate all of you. If you would like to see a more photogenic side of our adventures, be sure to check out our Instagram and TikTok, as we post on both. TikTok's been more of an interesting road to try to get back into posting on. So I've kind of turned that over to Ash, and she's working on a few things over there. I'll probably still post more of our outdoors things on there, but we are posting on TikTok and Instagram, and it is largely different content than what you're going to see here on YouTube as this journey continues for us. So Continuing on after that, we've got some gnomes. Einar Edward, in honor of our great-grandfathers who immigrated from Norway. Sonja, in memory of my parents, Milford and Agnes Kirking. The Norwegian Garden. I suppose I should have looked from this direction. From Fjord, Norway. Fjord? I don't know. Fjord is known for its waterfalls. Little Norsk. Sons of Norway. Larokwa. You know, even in the winter, these trees and the foliage still have an interesting way of presenting itself to us. Olav. And I'm sure there's probably some kind of water that comes down through this in other seasons. I don't know for sure, but very cool. I had no idea that existed, so Ash said that's interesting. So cool little bridge over here. It looks like you can walk across, but nice find. And then a big squirrel right next to us, about to run up the tree with his find of the day. The Lacrosse River Water Trail. So it looks like a lot of canoeing and kayaking opportunities through here. Of course, we're on the other side of Riverside Park now. It's gonna gander at the bridge over here. See what it looks like off to the other side, and we'll turn back. Ash's Pearl Candy Store and Ice Cream is over there. We might pop in there. The only place that I can say that we didn't touch today that I really had in my mind was the shrine. That was it. We got to almost everything I wanted to do and everything we talked about. Lacrosse Marsh. Okay, so marsh trails. The Black River again runs down and joins with the Mississippi up there. And this leads to downtown Onalaska. So again, Onalaska and Lacrosse are kind of sister towns, if you would. Cool area though. Feels like fall on this bridge, even though the trees have lost all of their foliage for the year. Little spot. And I suppose my supposition is that this is the marsh over here that it's talking about to the right there. But you can look out, you can see that little peace spot that we were just standing by. It's a cool little bridge. I'm very happy with this trip today to Lacrosse. Even, you know, it was really foggy, extremely foggy on our beginning start to the trip, and here it is really cleared up. It's not so bad. We drove through Winona. There's a Winona video if you guys are interested in that also, where we hiked the Sugarloaf Bluff. But we spent a lot of time in this area, and the trails kind of go off in that direction, and then looking back over to the water. There is some water flowing this time of the year, surprisingly. Baby Char and her mom. Charlotte she's learned at such a young age to enjoy adventure also, so. But this is just about it from Riverside Park. I think we might walk back straight and see what happens. An old train station with a couple of cars out the side. Really cool. It's really cool find. The other side of the building says Lacrosse on it. We're right down here downtown now. So we parked just right over there, right over in front of us here. But a cool little find. Another one of those oddities that each city has that you find. Same building, it's called Freight House Restaurant. And we're thinking, man, that probably would have been a good place to eat. Had it been open. Looks cool. Yeah, it looks like the old Lacrosse Freight House, truly. And that's what it says on there. The other side says Lacrosse. You know, we're right here in downtown. So the Riverside Park that we walked through right next to us there. But wrapping up here, friends, on our exploration of this cool smaller city. We've got a baby crying, and they've got a baby crying across the street, so we're matching there. Okay, friends, we made it back to the car after Riverside Park. Ash is over with me. She's tired now. Baby Shar in the back. You might hear her fussing. Ultimately, we had a great day. We did a lot. We went to Grandad Bluff. We ate at the Crosse. We went to the Doll Auto Museum, and then finally to Riverside Park and the Friendship Garden. Do I wish we would have went to the shrine? You know, maybe, but that's a lot. That's a lot for one city exploration video. So we'll get to that Shrine of Guadalupe, you know, when we come back to the area to do the Great River Bluff State Park or whatever it might be. So we will get to the Shrine of Guadalupe. Like in the life of a traveler, you always leave something. We need to get to the Pearl also and show you some of those shops that are directly, you know, right in this area over here. So Lacrosse, we'll have to come back, and we'll definitely have to come back and when the fall foliage is here also. So my thought is that it was a great day. I appreciate all of you joining us. I think that this is one of my favorite Wisconsin towns so far, and there's still a lot to do and see, but for a small city, I felt safe the whole time. I never felt in danger, and I think we had a great day today. The baby was a little fussy, but you know, she's starting to get teeth and everything, so it is what it is. Ash and I appreciate all of you. We appreciate the likes, commenting, subscribing, sharing our videos, and this great road to 1,000 subscribers that we've almost conquered now. So it's just amazing. So we have, you know, more to share with you, more to come. This is just the beginning for us. So for the kiddos, Waylon, Ollie, Charlotte, for Ash, for Winnie, who unfortunately is stuck at home through this, I hope to get him in a video here soon for you guys. I'm Brandon, and I can't wait to share the next adventure with you in our winter series. I look forward to continuing this road of adventure and travel with you. You have anything to say, dear? Any thoughts on today?
We'll see you in the next video.
We'll catch you on the next one, friends. I hope you all have a safe rest of your holiday season.